Unforgiveness is more harmful than you think.
When someone wrongs you, you may believe you will never be able to toss it away. Even after your initial rage has subsided, you may choose to dwell on the betrayal rather than let it fade into memory. This is a fairly common feeling. However, being unable to forgive can be extremely damaging to yourself. In reality, forgiveness is simply the decision to let go of your fury, hurt, and desire for vengeance. Accepting that what happened is now in the past, then acknowledging the fact that people make mistakes, and beginning to cultivate compassion instead. In the Bible, to forgive means to let it go. Forgiving others involves letting go of resentment and abandoning any claim to be compensated for the pain or loss you may have endured. So why do we actually need to forgive? Forgiving others is first and foremost an act of obedience, however, we must also forgive others in order to avoid becoming bitter. Resentment is a dangerous emotion that harms us far more than those who have offended us or anyone else. The gospel is centered on forgiveness. Secondly, you may be doing your health a favor by practicing forgiveness. Forgiveness reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, reduces anxiety, improves sleep, and boosts self-esteem. Forgiveness may also help you let go of unhealthy anger, which can lead to muscle tension, heart problems, and a weakened immune system. Thirdly, having hatred towards someone who has hurt you affects more than just your relationship with that person. Grudges and angry feelings can seep into your other relationships. You may lose your temper with loved ones, find it difficult to trust again, and have difficulty forming new relationships. Offering compassion instead of anger can help increase a sense of connectedness to all people, not just the person you forgive. Fourthly, it is critical to recognize that you can forgive someone without resuming contact or resuming a relationship. You can forgive someone even if you know you will never have the same relationship with them again. Having said that, everyone makes mistakes. When a loved one hurts you, forgiving them can help you repair your relationship. In many cases, the act of forgiveness can assist someone who has unintentionally caused you pain in realizing how much they have hurt you. Forgiveness does not mean sweeping things under the rug and accepting what the other person did or said as acceptable. Furthermore, forgiveness does not imply forgetting what happened. Depending on the circumstances, a period of healing may be required. However, if you treat the transgression as a trump card and play it every chance you get, you can be certain that unforgiveness remains. This contradicts Jesus' command to forgive 70 times 7. After all, God has forgiven you more than you will ever have the opportunity to forgive someone else. So, how do we accomplish this seemingly impossible task of letting go? Even when we least expect it, our emotions can erupt and overwhelm us with rage and pain. Here are 10 steps to help you truly forgive and have freedom in your life. 1. Recognize your pain. Working through pain is only possible after you admit you've been hurt. Recognizing this can amplify the feelings. Tears, hostility, and obsessing thoughts are all signs that something is wrong. Don't numb yourself or stuff your emotions, as this will stop the process of forgiving others before it even starts. 2. Start with forgiving the smaller things. Instead of punishing yourself for being unable to forgive a major wrong, practice self-compassion. It's natural to struggle, but you can become more accustomed to practicing forgiveness by making it a point to forgive on a regular basis. 3. Think deeply through everything. Try writing everything down in a journal or sharing it with a trusted friend. Admit that what happened makes you sad or angry, and be honest about what emotions are rising up in you, even if you believe you shouldn't feel that way. 4. Imagine yourself on the other side. Consider a time when you had to ask for forgiveness. How did you feel? When have you wronged someone, and did they forgive you or refuse to forgive you? The Bible instructs us to do to others as we would have them do to us, Matthew 7 verse 12, so imagining ourselves in their shoes can be beneficial. 5. Consider our biblical command. On numerous occasions, Jesus emphasized the importance of forgiving others, and it was even included in the Lord's Prayer, "Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us." Pray that this sinks into your heart and that your decision to obey compels your emotions to catch up. 6. Let go of the pain and grief. The devil is skilled at gaining a foothold when we have made the decision to forgive but the wound remains sensitive. Allow yourself to let go of the pain and decide to move forward, rather than replaying the offense over and over. Prayer is essential at this point because we are tempted to return to unforgiveness on our own. 7. Pardon yourself. People frequently struggle with forgiveness when they blame themselves, at least in part, for what occurred. Before attempting to forgive someone else, it is necessary to practice self-compassion and self-forgiveness. It's critical to consider whether self-blame is impeding your ability to forgive. Remember that it is never your fault that someone chooses to hurt you. Talking to a therapist can help if you are having difficulty forgiving yourself, especially in situations where you did nothing wrong. 8. Pray for the person who has wronged you. Jesus tells us in Matthew 5 verse 44 to love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. In your heart, ask God to reveal His love for your offender and to dissolve negative emotions. Is there a more powerful witness to God's transforming grace than someone who can truly forgive the unforgivable? With promises like Philippians 4 verse 13, "I can do all this through Him who gives me strength," and Romans 12 verse 21, "Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good," we know we can rely on God to provide us with the grace to live out forgiveness. 9. Create a letter. If you'd rather avoid face-to-face contact with someone you've forgiven, writing a letter may be a more secure way to express your feelings. A letter is only one side. You get to tell your story without being interrupted. The other person's explanations and apologies may be meaningful and beneficial, but it is critical that you have the opportunity to say what you need to say. Letters can be an effective way to express forgiveness to a toxic family member, someone in prison, an abusive ex, or anyone with whom you do not wish to maintain contact. 10. Express your emotions to someone else. It's not always possible to reach out to the person you're forgiving. They may have died or relocated. Once you've decided to forgive, you can finish the process by telling someone else about your decision, such as a loved one, a mentor, a spiritual leader, or someone who understands the situation.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this.